Hello again, everyone. This is Joe Henches with Beyond the Chart, and this is Stock Trade Ideas for the week of May 11th. Today is Sunday, May 10th. We're actually going to be reviewing four that we're in because we didn't exit any last week. We're in Valero, Qihoo 360, Delta Airlines, SanDisk, and I'm watching Celgene for a possible new trade idea for the week. Okay, so let's start off here with Valero. Valero, we got in on the 28th here on kind of a what I call a modified 10 EMA reentry setup that I have. And I mentioned these setups for the guys taking my course, because they're looking at it and I think they'll find that helpful. So it's not, all the moving averages aren't quite aligned, but I like the fact that the 21 was pulling below the 55 in here. Now it started going this way. It looked like a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern. It started to break down and it pulled back and has gone sideways. Now it's doing this. Friday was day 8, so now I'm going to be watching this a lot closer. The details of stops, targets, all that kind of stuff on there about the trade idea is on the Trade Ideas webpage. So you just need to be a subscriber to access that. First name and email and you're good to go. So that is easy to get to. And so right now we're still in Valero and we're watching, waiting for it to turn back down the way I want it to go. And the next one is Qihoo 360. And this one was a 10 EMA consecutive close is what I call it. 10 EMA CC. Okay, so that's the setup. We got good divergence, got a nice trend line break. This is rolling over, and now we've got the moving averages crossed. I like that. We'll see whether we can continue to get followed through to the downside. This little move on Friday, I would have, preferred to have seen Qihoo continue to do this, but we're just going to ride it out and see what happens here. I mean, it's done. Once that moving average starts to cross, it can go a long way in terms of its move and price action. Sometimes you'll get these little pullbacks like this and then continue to thrust again to the downside. Right now, I don't think we got very oversold. No, we didn't even get below 30 on the RSI, and we're talking about 10 RSI. So we didn't get very oversold on that move at all. So that's the play on Qihoo. We're still in the puts to the downside. Delta Airlines, again, we're all these positions we are in puts on here. Delta has popped back, did not hit my initial target, got very close. We actually got in on the 5th, and let's see, that was right in here. And this was a 10 EMA -1 trade setup, and we got, we have the 21 below the 55, and we're getting the close below the 10, and got the entry here, broke this trend line at the same time, which was nice. Then we got this snap back. So the real question is this pulling back and snapping back up into the trend line into congestion here, or is this saying this short-term trend move is over and we're starting off going this direction? I mean, you could really make the case for a couple of different things. And right now, I'm going to stay with it until I get stopped out. And I will be tightening my stop based on the price action of the last 2 days. And then the next one is SanDisk. And SanDisk has had a series of breakdowns, big plunges. And now it's broken this short-term trend line in here. But it hasn't gotten strong follow through. Now we got in, let me readjust this. Well, I guess it didn't do that. We got in here on the 6th, I think it was, and this was a kind of a form of the 10 EMA reentry trade, and got in right in here on the 6th. We got all the moving averages aligned to the downside, and this trend line break was looking for at least a retest of this low is what I'm thinking and looking for, and we may get more than that. We'll see whether there's any follow through to the upside after this 1 day little blip here on Friday. And the last one we're going to take a look at today is Celgene. And Celgene, again, I still think is, you can look at this intermediate trend is to the downside, short-term trend is to the downside. We've gotten a couple day pullback. And again, I'll be watching to see if we get a re-entry set up on this trade here. The long-term trend is still up, but right now, you know, the intermediate short terms to the downside, and that's what I'll be looking for, is an opportunity entry to get in on puts. Okay, that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow, Monday night, with the we'll see what the first day of action on the trading is for this week. See what's happening with Greece and the discussions with the European Union and Germany and all of that, and see what happens there. So everyone have a great Monday. We'll talk to you tomorrow night.